Paulo Musisi Media.
Daddy.
Nga tweyongeddeyo mu story endala. Kano Kizza Besigye.
Retired doctor.
Kano Kizza Besigye. Yakwatibwa.
Musajja wange.
Kenya. Yeah. Bamukwatira Kenya ne bamuleeta ne bamurimanding e Luzira.
Bamukwatira Kenya ne bamuleeta ne bamutwala mu kkooti y'amagye. Ne bamusalira emisango gya kulya mu nsi y'enkwe gya kusekeeterera gavumenti. N'emisango gyonna gye baggula ku bantu ze gisawera gibalamu amaanyi. Kusekeeterera gavumenti. Gavumenti ero nno mukyala mukimanyi nti tugisekeeterera. Era twagala kugisula. Nse bwe baleeta ka audio. Tonnakalaba? Tonnalabako audio nga Dr. Kizza Besigye asaba ebyokulwanyisa. Ng'obeera wa? Gwe Dr. Kizza Besigye ebyaddala ali mu kusekeeterera gavumenti. Tibwabulwa yadde yamusensera ng'amuli wala nnyo si byakuzannya. Naye nga audio eba yeno. Audio ya dokita eriwa? Kanyinoonye ku Twitter wano nje kulage dokita seba asekeeterera. Ozannya ne dokita gwe. Dokita asimwa. Ali mubazi wasaba buyambi bwammu.
We were looking to get small amounts, drones, etc. Drones are useful, and that's why you were going to train those drones. Like I've said, if we can have capacity to deal with the helicopter. Drones and basic anti-air. The stuff's available, but it's just expensive. And drones are cheaper than anti-air. Far more cheaper, but the stuff is available. Depending the rates, depending, it's on the ground, but I don't know whether they have helicopters or not.
Dokita tayocha state house.
Dokita ngamukambwe
bula. If you know where they take off, if you see them coming in, they're not moving that fast. They're very vulnerable, small arms fine. I'm not sure. From what I've looked at, you get the militaries using Russian choppers. Yeah, MI-24, MI-5 and hips. Ukraine from drones.
Is it because of the way you play?
They have very sophisticated counter-drone, capabilities. So this is where we need to look at those choppers and see we need to find out what they've got and just work out the weak spots. Can you find this information for us? I told you we have some people in the Air Force 674.
Omutegedde dokita. Dokita omutegedde.
Dokita amutegedde. So kati eye
si mwangu.
Eye audio emusibya.
Simanyi. Naye bagamba nti agenda e Bulaaya eyo n'asolicitinga obuyambi ayagala kukuba State House ku ttaka. Ayagala kuwamba Museveni. So kakati nooza obumu ku bujulizi bwe balina yeno audio. Naye audio si ya AI. Eddoboozi nga liwaawaala nnyo.
Eddoboozi libulamu.
Bagikwata batya audio yandibe ya AI. Abantu batubuulire kasita ogibateereddewo batubuulire. Audio eyo si ya AI kweli. Anyway, Dr. Kizza Besigye audio eyo yalinkinze. Ng'asaba mizinga ssebe gyakozesebwa okusuula Ukraine.
Drone. Counter drones.
Bagenda kusuula ka Uganda. Anyway, Dr. Kizza Besigye nga tuzze ku serious note. Akuze. Nze namulaba jjo recently. Musajja akutukidde ddala.
Akola awali naye oba walinya flight yemu naye.
Akutukidde ddala. Ebyaddala. So, at his last age, asobola okukola buli kimu. Alinga tibuhabulwa. Asobola okukola buli kimu. Uganda asobola ogireka ku ttaka kuba takyalina kyafiirwa naye. Alwanidde emyaka 2 bamukubye emiggo bamukubye tiya gas kati kabomu wali ke kasimba. Wali yazimba. So omusajja ayinza okwekyawa. Nga abantu bano nabo tebampulirizo bakamba suule kamba suule. abayiwa ku ttaka okitegedde naye Kizza Besigye tumusabire nnyo mu kkomera gy'ali era tusaba Omukama Katonda agonze ku mitima gy'abamuvunaana. Ffe tusuubira nti ajja kuvaayo because omusango ogwamuguddwako si gwe mulundi ogusoose, yagiggulwako emabega n'atuuka n'okudduka mu ggwanga eryo n'agenda e South Africa eyo n'adda ate era ne bamukwata ne bamuzza mu kkooti y'emu. So not his first time to appear there, ate nga azze akivuunuka era tukiza ne ku mulundi guno ajja kubivuunuka. Ebyo bintu bitono ng'abalwanyi bye tulina okuyitamu. And the audio ekyalimu ebibuusibwa bingi, ebibuusibwabuusibwa tetunnakakasa oba ddala kituufu oyo Dr. Kizza Besigye, tetunnakakasa oba abazungu gye bali kubanga audio ewulikika, naye audio enkwata gye bakwata eringanga oba baali mu kiruumu kinene nga kiwaawaala amaloboozi kirina ebisaakaala bingi,
baba ali conference
sikitegeera kubanga tebimatiza. So mu butamatiza bwabyo we believe nti tebijja kukozesebwa nga bujulizi kubanga bijja baswaza
buli substantial.
Then wetegese twogere ku luzungu
tusimbule
Dr. Kizza Besigye. Let's put him aside. I have very many Kenyan friends. Help me to share this message with Ruto, President William Ruto. President William Ruto is a friend. He thinks he's a friend to Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. I've seen Ruto praising Yoweri Kaguta Museveni on very many occasions as a hero, as a wonderful leader, as someone who is extraordinarily good. Now, I want to tell President Ruto that, my friend, you don't know who you are dealing with. Get chair, sit down. I tell you who Lily Museveni is. But first of all, before going there, I want to tell you that Museveni does not like you. President Museveni, who you call your friend, he hates you more. He's feeling jealousy of you. He's feeling jealousy of Kenya. He's feeling jealousy of Kenyans. Why? He's feeling jealousy of your democratic electoral process. One, that in 40 years, he failed to transfer power from one person to another through elections. Even though he had promised Ugandans to do it. So he failed it. Now he's feeling jealousy of Kenyan process of transferring the power from one president to another. Secondly, he is feeling jealousy of Kenya's economy growing faster more than his. Kenya's economy is now in third world countries. I think Museveni tried to achieve in the last 38 years. He has been trying his best to put Uganda in third world countries, but he has failed. So he's feeling jealousy of you progressing. He's feeling jealousy of your pace. I've seen you, Ruto, for many times calling Museveni a master of peace in East Africa. I want to tell you he's a master of peace in East Africa because he is the master of crisis. He's a master of all wars, all conflicts that you see in East Africa. He's a big hand behind them. I will give you an example. Let's go back, way back, to people who has been very close, who has been friends to him before. In 1986, few days after capturing Uganda's power, after winning their Bush War, he killed his best friend, who was called Kaira, and he was his right hand. Many of Ugandans saw Kaira with the possibility of being a president. That's why in the next days, immediately after taking over, he mastered his death. Kaira was killed. Immediately after what? After a war. Let's go first. Talk about Habyarimana in Rwanda. Habyarimana was a man of great ideas. He wanted to change Rwanda to a democratic country. He wanted to change Rwanda to a first world growing economy. Habyarimana was a good leader in Rwanda. Museveni, being jealous of Rwanda, of him, he's a Rwandi, Museveni himself, because he could not take power in Rwanda. Now he don't want someone who he doesn't agree with to be a president there.
Yeah.
What he did, he befriended this Habyarimana. They became close friends. After a while, Habyarimana was killed in Kigali on an aircraft. Who was the planner? Him. But he was backbiting him. He was pretending as a friend to Habyarimana. And he was pretending as a negotiator between him and the other groups of Kagame and who. What he did, he destroyed Rwanda and installed a dictator who now ruled them for 30 years without seeing any democratic process of election in Rwanda. For 30 years now. That's what he did. Let's go fast. We see this one. That was 1994. Yeah, Habyarimana was killed in 1964. 1994. Then let's come fast in early 2000s. In early 2000s, Museveni went to South Sudan. He got some generals there and advised them to make their own country. And he supported them up to until when they succeeded in their mission of achieving South Sudan. Immediately after getting South Sudan, he killed all the generals who were against his ideas. Can I mention for you what general was who? Who remembers that general who was killed in 2005? General Galanga, John Galanga. He was killed by him in air crash. In the same way he did in Rwanda. Then again he installed another person. He is the master hand behind all the crises in South Sudan. You know why? Because many Ugandans were traveling to South Sudan, making money there and bring them to Uganda, build themselves, develop. And that's what he doesn't want. He doesn't want to see Ugandans developing. He doesn't want to see them making money. He doesn't want to see them in a good wealth. So that's what he did to stop this South Sudan from providing riches to Ugandans. So he decided to make sure that South Sudan is always in conflicts. one after another. Now for how many years? Since 2005, since that day when they killed the Galanga,
Over 20 years.
Up to date, they are in a crisis. War after war, war after war. And he is the man behind it. Talk about Congo. What is in Congo? Congo are one of the richest countries in Africa. One of the richest countries in Africa is Congo. Because it's near Uganda, and many Ugandans were trading there to get gold and timbers and the other things that were giving them money. What he did, he made sure that he sponsor terrorism in all borders of Congo, between Congo and Uganda. You cannot enter Congo through Bunagana. You cannot enter Congo through Bwera, Mpondwe. There are very many terrorist groups there that are fighting day by night. That's Museveni. You are calling him near Kenya. You are calling him to play his games in your country. You don't know what you are playing with. You don't know what you are playing with. Museveni, he can do anything to make Kenya like Sudan. He can do anything to put you down. Don't think that Museveni loves you. Don't ever think, Ruto, I'm telling you, don't ever think that Museveni loves you. He will not love you at any one moment of time. But he will pretend to be loving you. Because that's what he knows the best. He is a politician. He mastered the politics. He knows that the person you don't like, you keep him closer for better planning. When someone you don't like, you keep him closer, you will see all of his plan and you will plan faster than him. So, at any point of time, I know Dr. Kizza Besigye is not a big target. All the plans is planning is to finish Bob Wine through Kenya. Is to finish Bob Wine through Kenya. He needs to penetrate Kenyan security so that he can use them to finish Bob Wine from there. And I'm telling you, that will be the end of Kenyan peace. That will be the end of Kenyan democracy. You will take more years, more and more years without seeing Kenya again progressing. You will start to kill each other. You will start to kill each other for no reason. And the man who will be doing that will be in Kampala, will be in Entebbe, enjoying, pretending again, giving like he's giving you a good advice on what to do. And he will not be knowing that he's the one who will be sponsoring the terror within your country. I'm telling you, you don't know what you are calling me a you, Ruto. You don't know. You don't know the person you are calling me a you. He destabilized the Somalia for now decades. Somalia. Because he's earning there a lot of money. Now he made sure that he's keeping them in a war for a decades now. Any general, any Somalian general that his ship is progressing has to confirm his death. So he has to be the master in Somalia always and always and always.
Yeah.
For many years now. No one can see him because he will play as a good friend to you. He will play as a person who loves you, who likes you. But back in his heart, he has only hatred.
Yeah.
Only hatred on you. So, what I would advise Mr. Ruto is to be very careful about Museveni. To be more careful to save Kenyans and Kenya. To save yourself more. to save yourself. Museveni to displace Kenya. He can kill you. I'm telling you, you are nothing to him, Ruto. You are nothing to Museveni. He can kill you. He wanted once to kill Gaddafi. Gaddafi was coming to Uganda. He was coming in Katonga. Katonga, it is on the other side of Masaka, near Rwera. So, Museveni had put one big poster of his and Gaddafi. His plans, Gaddafi had to fly from Kampala to that Katonga poster that they were going to launch it. You see, Museveni has very many stupid ideas. Now Gaddafi intelligence told him earlier, don't go there. There is danger. That's how Gaddafi escaped this from Uganda. Instead of going there, he just returned
to Libya.
I'm telling you, you will be coming to meet Museveni one day. You will die in air crash. Like Habyarimana, like Galanga, and many of his generals. He killed very many of his generals in that way. One was General General Sejusa, who was killed, who was found dead in the air.
No.
General Sejusa, General.
Not Sejusa. General
Arunda Nyakairima was found dead. Don't ask me how General Sejusa died. But they were his next. And all of people had up into them. All of people were seeing them as next leaders. Where are they? Now he is the master in Uganda. He is a grandfather in Uganda. He is the only one. And no one else can be. Everyone is seeing him as the only leader. That's what he needs to be. He will not allow to see Kenyans changing presidents every time. He will not allow you to see you being exercising these riots. You know these riots in Kenya, the way they handle them and the way they treat the rioters, demonstrators is very different from that of Uganda. So now Kenya being at that stage can any time trigger a war into Uganda, can any time give confidence to Ugandans to fight for their nation, to fight for their country. That's why he will not allow you to see you doing those things. And for us in Uganda, we started to tell Ugandans, you see what is in Kenya? They changed the president again. You see what is in Kenya? They demonstrated. You see what is in... So they will not allow for us to use you as an example. And you are very near. And we befriended you. You are our friends. You are even more courageous to come in Uganda to fight for us. So, I'm telling you, Museveni is not your friend. I'm telling you that again. Yes.
Okay, that's it for today. I think we shall elaborate this more next time.
Museveni, Dr. Besigye, has not been abducted from Kenya. But Dr. Besigye, he might not be knowing about this exercise, but there is a hidden exercise. From Museveni to abduct more Ugandans from Kenya, but with an interest of penetrating Kenyan security, so that at one day they will help them, or his mercenaries will help him to finish his mission, is to kill Bob Wine there, from there in Kenya. And I'm telling you, Bob Wine will not be arrested from there, will not be abducted from there and then be returned to Uganda, because no one can return him. No any jail, no any detention, prison that you can detain Bobi Wine for even a single day, people will burn that city. People will burn the city. Now he needed to put a blame on you Kenyans that you have killed Bobi Wine. Will you take that blame? Surely no anyone in Uganda will see a Kenyan again as his friend. You will be enemies forever. That's what you like, Ruto? I'm telling you, it is a well-planned mission that may take years from now, or may be coming soon, but it is a plan to finish Bobi Wine within your country. So, better also the security of Kenya to be more vigilant, to save your nation, not to allow Museveni's goons to operate in Kenya again. Yes.
All right.